Ansgar Belke joins us now from the DIW Institute for Economic Research. Do you really think tourism can get things going again for Greece?
I think it's a good starting point. It's a textbook answer on the crisis we observed in Greece, because Greece has nothing to offer in the medium or high-wage technology sector. So you should really start in that respect, because look at the competitors, Bulgaria, Turkey, they are much cheaper.
Let's take a look at the figures for Greece. They don't make for a pretty picture. Gross domestic product has plummeted over the past years. This year is also expected to be a bad one. The European Commission doesn't expect the numbers to start moving back up into positive territory again until 2013. Now, what are your forecasts?
I think this is quite a risky venture to say that, or to state that growth will pick up already in 2013, because this heavily depends on credibility effects. How credible is it that expenditures are cut, that deregulation is in place? Otherwise, people would not expect lower taxes and lower interest rates in the future and would consume right now.
Well, to make that realistic, that 2013 date, what has to happen? Do wages have to come down as far as 20%, as some suggest?
I think so, because Greece does not have the possibility to devalue its currency within a currency area, and hence wages and prices must fall, because, again, you have to become more competitive and gain your comparative advantage, because you have to export more than to import in order to pay your foreign debt.
What about the bloc's firewall? Let's look at that for a second. Is it wise to keep expanding the Eurozone's rescue fund?
The problem will be the limits of doing so, because if you expand it right beyond the current borders, it might be the case that Germany will lose its AAA rating, and there is no guarantor left for all this kind of stuff. And on the other hand, the ECB has jumped in and has put so much liquidity into the system that things seem to go right now in the next month.
And where would that leave Greece? Could tourists be paying in a different currency if they travel to Greece in the near term?
I don't think so. Things have calmed down a little bit, and I do not expect Greece to leave the euro area before the elections we will see in France very soon, and also in Germany. The last rescue package is quite sufficient to guarantee this.
What's brought about your change in opinion? Earlier in the year you were saying there could be a break-up in the bloc.
There could be a break-up in the bloc, but right now, as I said, we had the second Greek rescue package right now, and also the ECB jumping in with a second liquidity package, the long-term refinancing operations from February at the amount of more than 500 billion of euros, and this calms down the things a little bit, but is not the answer in the long run.
Okay, Ansgar Belke, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Well, I've bumped into quite a few Greeks in my time who've been trying their chances on the labour market here in Berlin, and if any of them were trying out for a job in medicine, they'd probably stand a very good chance. The nation's skilled labour shortage is prevalent when it comes to doctors. Just have a look at the difference between supply and demand. There are expected to be fewer and fewer doctors trained up here over the next couple of decades, but at a time of growing demand, as you can see. A shortage of 166,000 doctors nationwide by 2030, and it's even more of a problem in rural areas.